Hey folks, for this episode we'll be discussing one of the major exegetical flights of fantasy making the rounds today, in some of the most popular Christian books. I'm talking about this verse, Jeremiah 29:11. You can find all kinds of Christian writers taking this one and applying it haphazardly to people today, basically saying that, hey, God has a plan for your life to make you successful, happy, wealthy, and all that kind of thing. Well, this one's easy to dispose of because all you have to do is look at the context of the passage. As you can see, it's clearly talking about what's on the way for Israel after they return from exile. Now, as simple as that is, we need to say a bit more, because this is just one example of how some Christians get the idea that you can pull any verse out of any part of the Bible and somehow claim it for yourself. No. The Bible's not your personal Ouija board, folks. I mean, if you're going to do it that way with the happy verses, why don't you do it with some of these?
Dad, I'm going to apply this part of Daniel 10:15. I'm going to apply Malachi 2:3. I'm going to pick a verse at random to apply to myself. And Judas went and hanged himself.
Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. Didn't the New Testament authors sometimes use verses out of context the same way? Well, no. As we showed in this vid we did a couple of years ago, what they did was look for verses after the fact and say that God reenacted something in Scripture. Which means the only way this would work is if you prospered first, and then called out Jeremiah 29:11 to say that God reenacted it. And a bit of advice. You'd better make sure you have the authority and inspiration of a New Testament author before you do that. See you next time.